Rob, first things first before we get on to the league matters. Tuesday, obviously a win on Saturday. I mean, you reflected after that the performance maybe wasn't exactly what you're hoping for, but through to the semi-final, and then of course the draw today, giving you a home draw as well, which I suppose is all you can ask for, really.
Yeah, I think that's the best we could ask for. Obviously, no matter who you get, it's going to be a tough game. I think obviously Macclesfield is a huge club. I remember playing against them in the league when I was at Accrington, and obviously they're sort of under a massive revival, and the squad they've got doesn't reflect the level they're at at all, along with the size of the fan base and the budget and everything. So it's going to be a big day. It's going to be a really tough game, but yeah, something to look forward to. And ultimately, on reflection, yes, I thought we could have played better, but we're in the hat and we're in the semi-finals, and when you're in a cup competition, that's the most important thing. So we had that winning mentality, but it's good. Peterborough stressed us in different ways, and ultimately we come through it, and yeah, can look forward to a semi-final draw, but that has to go to the back of our mind for the next 4 weeks or so, because there's a lot of games between now and then.
Yeah, and like you say, a lot of league games to come still before then, and first of that with Dagenham here at the stadium tomorrow. Obviously, you caught a little bit of their game with Southend at the weekend, with it being the late kick-off on TNT. They've been doing fairly well recently. Obviously, got a fair few players who've competed around kind of playoffs, top end of the league, that type of stuff in recent years. So definitely not no game's an easy game, but definitely not an easy one tomorrow.
No, definitely not. I think our running towards the end of the season is going to be really tough, especially towards the business end. And yeah, like you rightly said, Dagenham have been excellent recently. They made some really good signings. They're very well organised. They're good at. They're very good in their low block when they go into it, but they're also very good when they decide to press. So it's two sort of situations we're going to have to try and make sure we're ready for in terms of the play out and in terms of breaking them down. But obviously on the flip side, they're scoring goals. They're playing good free flowing football, and yeah, so it's going to be a really tough game for us. So we need to make sure that we have lots of energy, we're ready for it, and we're back on our mettle and ready to go, because I think between now and the end of the season there's not going to be any easy games, and I think Dagenham, with the form they're in, especially after going to Southend, it's going to be tough for us.
Yeah, and off the back of Saturday, obviously gave you an opportunity to sort of rotate some of the squad around a bit. I mean, people like Ed and Wheeler and Marcus have pretty much been playing 2 games a week for the past month or so, and obviously good to see Tinks and Tommy back on the pitch as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're it wasn't just because it was Peterborough, it's because we need to rest players. We need to keep the squad fresh. As we're getting more numbers back, then we need to be able to be sensible in terms of how we rotate players, how we use the squad, how we use the team. I think there's a period coming up after Eversleet where there's, I think it's 4 games in 9 days or 8 days. So yeah, pretty much going to have to rest and rotate everyone because of the cup run. And even with the substitutions, we had to bring Kenton off because he's just come back from a hamstring injury. He's played nearly every minute since then, and he's sort of redlining and high risk. So didn't always make tactical substitutions because of the way the game was going, but more protecting the players. But again, that's part of it's part and parcel of football, and we got the result. The lads who played, come on, come off, whatever it was, all added to it, and it was I think it's a mantle we're going to have to take on, and the squad are going to have to take on, in the fact that you might be disappointed one week, but the next game you won't be, and it's going to be a push from everyone now and complete buy-in to get us to the end of the season and try and keep this momentum and run going, because like we talked about in hindsight and reflection, it's been an incredible 18 months from everyone involved, and we just need to keep pushing forward.
And on the squad front, in terms of the whole picture on that, how is everyone looking off the back of Saturday? Yeah,
everyone's looking good. Stotty had an issue with his foot, but we think it's a previous injury, that he might have broken his foot previously. So we're just getting that checked out, and obviously Tinks, Tommy, Greg just around the corner, so hopefully no other issues. We'll have to assess Joe Grayson as the game comes tomorrow and the week goes on, but other than that, not too many worries. Just making sure we manage the squad and the rotation and the minutes, really, to make sure we're as fresh as we can be and that we're attacking every game in the best way possible.